Hi, my friends. Good morning on this fine Sunday. Got my cup of coffee again. I'll wait for you to get yours. My good old mug that I love. It's got a little chip in it. Nothing fancy here. Just some good old hazelnut coffee and social media and you and me. It's been a week since I did this. I talked to you last weekend and put a little video up there on my Facebook. And man, such a beautiful response from you guys. It meant so much to me. I mean, in this time of isolation and social distancing, I think we need whatever kind of contact we can get, even though we're all missing the affection, the hugs, the affirming handshakes. We're missing so much, but that doesn't mean we have nothing. And so I'm back again today to spend a little coffee time with you. Hopefully taking up about 2-3 minutes. That's it, just to say hello and see how you're doing. You see my messy office behind you. It's it's not in good shape, but I'll tell you this much. The classes are in order. My students are pretty much fine, and I'll work on the office, the study at home next week. You know, so much is happening here, and it's an understatement at this point to say, that this is cataclysmic and unprecedented. We all know that. We're all feeling things that maybe we never felt before. But I wanted to tell you a little story that I heard this week, and I saw actually online this morning just before I came on. It's about one of our local restaurateurs. One of the most known ones in West Palm Beach. He had to lay off 650 people this week. And I watched his video when he broke down in tears. And, it was hard not to cry with him. I thought, oh, my goodness, so many of them are my students, are people, even though that I don't know, that are living day by day on tips. And it just crushed this man. And you could see he was hurt. 1,800 families were affected by this layoff. But the thing I wanted to bring up was something that it was just beautiful that he was able to do. He opened one of his diners. He kept it open and basically is giving out free meals. If you work in the restaurant business, he's giving you a free meal. And because we don't realize how much, and this is just one industry, so many have been affected, but how much people in the restaurant business, the margins are small, the profit they make. And then the waiters, the wait staff, I mean, they live on tips usually. So I thought this was a beautiful thing. And, you and I may not be able to do something so demonstrative and big and wonderful. We're kind of, most of us, anybody who's listening probably is just like me, kind of a regular average middle-class person who, either lost their job or is working double time to keep up with everybody else who lost their job. But we can do something. Instead of thinking about just social distancing means that we're isolated and we can't do anything, how about continuing with our relationships? This is what our media should be used for. It's the wise way to use our media. Instead of letting our media use us, our phones use us, we need to use them in the best way possible to stay connected with people. I know you guys are doing it. Most of you are doing it, but think about it. If you're feeling isolated or lonely, think about how some of these 85-year-olds and 90-year-olds are feeling. I mean, that just crushes me. The idea of, they're the elderly. They're just, now that they can't even get visits. I got to talk to my mom yesterday, who is now 86, and she's in good spirits. And so that that made my day and made my weekend. And I just want to encourage you that we all can do something. Maybe send somebody a note or make a little video with your smartphone and send it to your grandchild or your child or your best friend. It doesn't matter how awkward it is. Look how awkward mine is. My arm is breaking here because I'm holding it up so much and my study is a mess. But I want to say hi to you, my friends. I don't think we should even be considered Facebook friends if we don't have a deeper connection, at least a smaller connection to each other that cares about what each other are doing. We might not know each other well, but some of you, sorry about that, some of you are my close friends and family and inner circle and then wider circle. And I just want you to know that I think of you and that we're really not alone. I care about you. I care. And I'm praying for you, and I hope you're praying for me and for all the people out there who are suffering much more than just isolation, suffering, not having enough food, etc. That's the stuff that breaks me up the most. I want to cook for all of them, you know. We're all dealing with it. One other thing that I wanted to say was, I know I said it last time, but don't stuff these feelings. If you're feeling helpless, you know, if you're feeling scared, if you're feeling worried, these are all normal feelings. It doesn't mean we can't have good or positive feelings or think on the positive or work towards the positive. Yes, but, you know, I don't know anybody who's not having feelings of uncertainty and angst and even existential angst, like those deep, ghostly, ghastly things that come in the middle of the night to us where we think like, you know, am I going to die? Or, you know, am I going to be one of them? You know, take all of them, you know, bring them into the ranch, you know, start journaling, start talking. If you can't talk about it, start writing these things down. I was thinking, and one other last thing, I was thinking that it'd be a great thing to do to journal with your children. Or if you don't have children, journal yourself every single day. Report how you feel and what's happening. It would not only be therapeutic for you and for the children, but 20 years from now and 10 years from now, 5 years from now, when we're all talking about this day in history that this happened, this season, you'll have a record. It'll be so interesting. You'll have firsthand experience. In the meantime, I hope that you enjoy your morning coffee, that you bake or make something homemade, and that you find some way to have a smile today. You brought a smile to my face last week after I chatted with you, and I hope to chat with you again. Take care. Bye.